What's in a name? Some names carry melodies, others the weight of centuries. But few names echo across cultures, centuries, and continents quite like Aria. It's a single word that has graced opera stages, illuminated ancient poetry, and now finds new life in baby name registries around the world. From the Italian aria, meaning air or song, to the ancient Persian aria, meaning noble, this name has traveled through time, transformed by war, reborn through art, and reclaimed by identity. This is the story of Aria. Our journey begins in 16th century Italy, where Aria first emerged not as a personal name, but as a musical form. Derived from the Latin gar and Greek aero, meaning air or atmosphere, Aria came to mean a self-contained musical piece within an opera, a solo, expressive melody that allowed the voice to soar. In Italian, aria literally means air, but in music, it evolved into something more sacred, a moment of emotional truth. A singer doesn't just perform an aria, they live it. It's where the plot halts and the soul speaks. For centuries, aria remained a musical term. But by the 19th century, the poetic beauty of the word began to captivate beyond the stage. Parents, inspired by the elegance of operatic tradition, began considering aria as a given name first sporadically in Italy, then across Europe. Yet, the journey of the name was far from linear. While aria meant song in the West, in the East, a name of the same sound carried a completely different legacy rooted in identity, dignity, and empire. Long before Italian composers wrote their first arias, in the heart of ancient Iran, aria, pronounced Aria, was a word of pride. Derived from the old Persian term Aria, meaning honorable, noble, or freeborn, it was used by early Indo-Iranian peoples to describe themselves, a self-identifier of virtue and cultural belonging. The Arya were not a race, but a cultural group. They saw themselves as upholders of truth and order Asha in Zoroastrian terms. The name wasn't just personal, it was philosophical. To be Arya was to walk in righteousness. The region known as Ariana, roughly modern-day Iran, Afghanistan, and parts of Central Asia bore this name. Even today, Aria and Arya remain popular in Persian-speaking countries, symbolizing dignity and heritage. But history, as always, is complex. The same root that once stood for nobility would, centuries later, be twisted, distorted by ideology and war. In the 19th and 20th centuries, European scholars misinterpreted the term Arya. Linguistically fascinated by the Indo-European language family, they coined the term Aryan race, a fabricated racial category with no basis in ancient texts. This myth was grotesquely exploited by the Nazi regime, which used Aryan to promote a false ideology of racial superiority. What the Nazis called Aryan had nothing to do with the original Persian concept. It was a pseudo-scientific fantasy eugenics dressed as anthropology. The irony? The real Arya of Persia valued wisdom and justice, not racial purity. For decades, the name Arya and its cognates carried this heavy association in the Western mind. Some avoided it, wary of unintended connotations. Yet, in recent years, there's been a reclamation. Parents, scholars, and artists are returning to the name's true roots, honoring its musical grace and its Persian dignity, while consciously disentangling it from the distortions of the past. Today, Aria is a global name rising in popularity across continents, embraced for its brevity, beauty, and bilingual resonance. In the United States, Aria entered the top 100 girl names in the 2010s, partly due to the hit series Pretty Little Liars, where Aria Montgomery is a thoughtful, artistic protagonist. But the name's appeal goes far beyond television. We're seeing a shift toward names that are cross-cultural and phonetically fluid. Aria works in English, Italian, Persian, even Sanskrit traditions. It's short, melodic, and adaptable, perfect for our interconnected world. Pronunciations vary re ya, ayai, each shaped by language and heritage. In Italy, it's soft and lyrical. In Iran, it carries gravitas. In North America, it's often pronounced like Aria, the musical term elegant, light, and modern. People named Aria feel this connection too. A young girl might say her name means song because she loves to sing. A violinist might connect her name to Bach's air on the G string. A historian of Persian descent feels it as a reminder to act with integrity and honor her noble roots. Aria, a name born of air, shaped by song, worn by nobility. It's a testament to how language evolves, how a word can be a melody in one culture, a badge of honor in another, and now a bridge between worlds. Yes, history has left shadows, but Aria endures not despite its complexity, but because of it. It carries the weight of empires, the sorrow of misappropriation, and the resilience of reclamation. And above all, it sings. So the next time you hear the name Aria, listen closely. You're not just hearing a name, you're hearing centuries. You're hearing culture. You're hearing history in harmony. Thank you for watching. What does your name mean to you? Share it in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories behind the names we know and love.